Hello everyone and welcome to Italy. Today we're going to take a journey through the enchanting city of Verona, and we'll be exploring the top 10 sites that you simply can't miss when you visit this city. Number one on our list is really a twofer since they're both in the same place, and that's the Piazza Bra and the Arena di Verona. Access to the piazza is through the Portoni della Bra, which are some gates that were built in the 14th century. The piazza is bustling with activity day or night, and as you can see, it's quite extensive. One of the main highlights of Piazza Bra is the impressive Arena di Verona, an ancient Roman amphitheater dating back to the 1st century AD. At the edge of the square, there's a lot of cafes and restaurants with outdoor seating that was even pretty decent during November. It's a really great place to sit down, grab a bite, and do a lot of people watching, day or night. Right around the corner was one of our favorite restaurants, La Cantina dell'Arena, and it features a specialty from Verona, horse meat. It is?
Very good.
All right. They're straight from the horse's mouth. As I mentioned earlier, the arena was built in the 1st century AD, and it's incredibly well preserved and still in use today, hosting a variety of concerts, operas, and other performances, including the world-renowned Verona Opera Festival. There are tours given on the inside for a price, but I think I'd like to come back during opera season and see one of the operas, in particular Aida, which I understand is extremely powerful here in this arena. Here you can see some of the town walls, and our hotel was just over the walls there, so we were very close. And this particular building is the Barbieri Palace, which is the town hall. Now sit back and relax and enjoy a drone's eye view of the arena before we continue on to the next destination. Two on the list is Piazza della Erbe. Now, in these maps from Google Earth, I always set the starting point to a familiar landmark, like in this case, Piazza Bra. And then you can follow the layout of the streets to get to the next destination. On our way to the piazza, we go down Via Giuseppe Mazzini, which has many, many shops, designer shops, and lots of places to spend money. We get to the end of the street, we turn the corner, and suddenly we're in the heart of Piazza della Erbe. The piazza is dominated by Torre dei Lamberti, and it was built in 1172. There's a very active market 6 days a week, right in the heart of the piazza. Be careful though, if you misbehave, you can get slapped in neck irons. If you feel so inclined, you can climb to the top of the tower for a price and a little exercise. This is also an excellent place to get a good meal, and we had this meal at the Casa di Giulietta. And the menu is shown here, and it's just a hoot. It's the Gazzetta di Giulietta and the chef Enzo Supodio. Now, the Veronese special is horse and donkey meat, but there is one political statement that's made on the upper right side of the menu. Number 3 on our list is Casa di Giulietta. You should see this in conjunction with Piazza della Erbe, as it's only a few steps away from the square. The Casa di Giulietta, or Juliet's house, is believed to have inspired Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. It has the famous balcony and a bronze statue of Juliet in the courtyard. This wall once was covered with scribbling and love notes, and the city has since said, no, you can't do that anymore. But people, as you can see, have found other ways to scribble. Once inside the courtyard, you can mingle with some of your closest friends, and if you can get up close to the statue and then grab Giulietta's Teta, which is the name of the restaurant we went to. Number 4 on our list is right next to Piazza della Erbe, and it consists of 3 places: Cortile del Mercato Vecchio, Piazza dei Signori, also known as Piazza Dante, and finally Arche Scaligere. This is a beautiful little courtyard, and it's used as a setting for cultural and food and wine events and a Christmas market. This is actually where you go to access the Lamberti Tower. This piazza is right next door, and it's often called Piazza Dante because Dante lived in Verona from 1303 to 1312, where he wrote much of his Divine Comedy. Very close by is the Arche Scaligere, or the Scaliger tombs, which are a group of Gothic-style funerary monuments. These tombs were built in the 13th and 14th century for those Scaliger family who ruled Verona. It's right next door to the Church of Santa Maria Antica, and we will visit that church shortly. This church was built in the 1200s, and it became the private chapel of the Scaligere family. And in the 1300s, they then erected their famous sepulchre with its beautiful tombs right alongside the building. Number 5 on our list is Castelvecchio and the Museum of the Castelvecchio. It's almost straight east from Piazza Bra, kind of in the opposite direction of Piazza della Erbe. This is Castelvecchio, which means old castle in Italian, and it was built in the 14th century by the ruling Scaliger family as a defensive fortress and residence. It once had a drawbridge that spanned the Adige River, and next to the castle is the Ponte Scaligero, or Castelvecchio Bridge. The bridge was built by the Scaligeri as a means to escape in case of an attack on the castle. Inside is the Castelvecchio Museum. It houses an incredible collection of European art, paintings, sculptures, weapons, and other artifacts from the Middle Ages to the 18th century. As you walk through the museum, you'll notice the well-preserved interior of Castelvecchio, which is a wonderful backdrop for the artworks on display. Next up is the Basilica di San Zeno Maggiore, which is just up the river from the Castelvecchio, which would make a good thing to do right after you visit the Castelvecchio. Just walk right up the river to the Basilica. This Romanesque-style basilica is dedicated to the city's patron saint, Saint Zeno, and it's known for its facade, bronze doors, which you'll see here, and frescoes. The church also houses a famous altarpiece, San Zeno altarpiece by Andrea Mantegna. Beneath the main church is the crypt with the remains of Saint Zeno, who is the patron saint of Verona. Next, we head north out of Piazza Bra up to the river, and we encounter first Ponte Pietra, which is bridge, then the Teatro Romano, and then finally Castel San Pietro. Before you get to the bridge, this is just an excellent place to stop and grab a bite to eat. There are a number of cafes and restaurants right near the bridge. This stunning bridge gives you some really great views of the river and also across to the Roman Theater and up to Castel San Pietro. Sadly, this bridge was destroyed in World War II by retreating Germans, but the citizens of Verona used the original materials to reconstruct it in its original form. Across the river is the Teatro Romano, which was built in the 1st century BC, and it's built into the hillside and seated up to 22,000 people for plays and concerts and such. It also still has concerts, dance performances during the summer months. We next take the funicular up the hill to Castel San Pietro, which just has some beautiful views of the city. The castle was originally built by the Visconti family in the 14th century and was rebuilt by Austrians in the 19th century. The castle's not open to the public, but there's a little cafe up there and great scenery, and as you can see, entertainment. The next three attractions are all churches that lie along the river that you can access by going north from Piazza Bra. And you can get a ticket that allows you into all the church attractions, so you only have to buy one ticket. The first church that we'll visit is Chiesa di San Maggiore. This church is a great example of Romanesque and Gothic architecture, and it's particularly known for its wooden ceiling. The upper church itself contains various chapels with exquisite artworks and many nice frescoes. The lower church houses the remains of the martyrs Saints Fermo and Rustico. Now leave the church and walk north along the river until you reach the Basilica of St. Anastasia. This large Gothic church is dedicated to St. Anastasia and features impressive frescoes, sculptures, and a stunning chapel dedicated to St. George. The church's interior is adorned with elaborate art, especially the ceilings, and has a famous fresco, St. George and the Princess, by Pisanello. Be sure to be on the lookout for a hunchback holding up a font. Our last stop is just a little further up the river, and it's the Cathedral of Verona. This cathedral is also known as the Duomo di Verona, and it's a Romanesque and Gothic-style cathedral with a striking facade, beautiful frescoes, and very intricate sculptures. The cathedral complex also includes the older church of St. Elia and the church of San Giovanni with its octagonal baptistry. I hope you've enjoyed this brief tour of Verona, which is one of our favorite cities in Italy. Stay tuned for more exciting adventures as we continue to explore more of Italy and Europe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more travel inspiration. Ciao! See you in the next episode.